Everybody, welcome back to my habitat at my dad's place today, and we're going to be planting some asparagus crowns. Let's get into it. So first off, the only thing I've done to these asparagus crowns so far, or roots, is give them a good soaking. So took them out of their bag, they were very dry, and just filled a bucket full of water, let them soak for a good hour or two. Since they're dry for a while, it's always a good idea to give them a soaking, and this goes for any bare root plant that you buy. It's always a good idea to give them a good soaking unless it says not to. With bare root, you can usually find cheaper plants like these for $8. We got 5 plants or 5 crowns. Now there's usually a little bit more higher die off whenever you're doing bare root, but it is great bang for your buck. In terms of whenever I'm planting them in the hole, what I'm going to do is give a generous amount of compost. I'm using my dad's compost that he makes himself from his kitchen scraps, and a little bit of bone meal inside the hole before we tuck them in. And it's very important to keep in mind that whenever you put these in, these aren't like dahlia tubers where you just kind of lay it down. You want to spread out these roots so they don't just coil in the bottom of the hole. So spread them out like that in the bottom of the hole. That way they can take up a larger area. Whenever you plant asparagus, you're not going to be harvesting it for usually 2 to 3 years. These are 2-year-old crowns. We're not going to touch these probably for 2 to 3 years. In the 3rd year, we might get a little testy and maybe have a small harvest. But if you just start harvesting right away, the plants will die. You've got to give them some time to acclimate and really get established. You really want them to be established before you think about harvesting. Let's get these in the ground. As you can see, the crown's in there nice and nestled, and the roots are kind of all out, almost kind of looks like a squid or an octopus. But that's what you want. And then we're just going to cover it up. So my dad knows where they are. I'm just gonna put up this little fence.
How's it feel?
It's good. I know I'm not going to be having these for about 2 years, but they're fantastic. And even though we can't harvest them, you can totally pick some of the ferns as filler in bouquets, which I'll probably do because there's definitely some flowers that I'm going to be growing this year. But it is beautiful. Also, this is rhubarb and a beautiful plant. It's a perennial. Okay, well, I'm watering these in. It's all done. I mean, couldn't be easier to put in an asparagus bed, and the sooner you do it, the sooner you can harvest. Absolutely love that. And I have something really exciting to share with you guys. Okay, here we are. This is the new gardening site for vegetable growing. I am so excited because this is a massive space compared to what I'm used to. We still have a lot of work to do in here. You can see we do have a bit of a fence put up, and we're going to be growing tomatoes up here this year. Now, you may remember, if you've been with us for a while, that we had tomatoes growing here last year in this bed, but we've expanded all the way to the fence, and we have 2 more ginormous beds that I'm so excited to play around with this year. So be prepared, you'll be seeing a lot more of this section in the years to come, and especially this year. I also want to clean up the area around the garden. This is kind of like a little bit of a dumping area over here. So this year, I would like to clean that up and maybe start some perennial flowers over there, just for something pretty around. Really excited for this area and what it can produce. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, stay gardening.